everyone, this presentation prepared for grade 9 students chemistry subject based on the new Ethiopian curriculum. Firstly, unit 1, what is chemistry or the definitions of chemistry? We define the definitions of chemistry. Chemistry deals with the properties, composition, structure of substances, the transformation they undergo, and the energy that is released or absorbed during this process. In other words, chemistry is a scientific study of matter, its property, how and why substances combine or separate to form other substances, and how substances interact with energy. In other words, it deals with the physical and chemical properties of elements. It deals with the physical and chemical properties of the compound or compounds. It deals with the characteristics of mixture. It deals with about matter. From this, first define the main terms that related to chemistry. These are substances and matter. What is matter? Matter is anything that occupied a space and has a mass. Everything we can see, touch. Everything we can see, touch, smell, or weigh is made of matter, but some are not considered as a matter. Let's see some examples that are not considered as a matter. Energy, light, heat, electricity, no mass or volume are not considered as a matter. The second example, abstract concepts, thoughts, emotions, time. And the third one is forces like gravity and magnetism are not considered as a matter. The others can be a matter like solution, salt, sodium, and other different and many considered as examples of matter. The second one is a substance. A substance is a form of water. A substance is a form of matter with a specific constant composition and distinct properties. Firstly, clarify the terms like composition, property, structure, and transformation. We said composition. Composition refers to the types and amount of simpler substances that make up a sample of matter. The other word, property. Property of a substance is its attribute, quality, or characteristic. Every substance has its own property we identified from other. And the other one is structure. Structure is the arrangement and the relationships between the parts or elements of something complex. And the fourth one is transformation. Transformation of a substance is change in form, nature, or appearance. These transformations are accompanied by energy changes. Generally, substances can be classified into two. Those are elements and compounds. First, define the term. Element, a substance made of only one type of atom and cannot be broken down into a simpler substances by chemical reaction. The other one is compound, a substance made of two or more elements chemically bonded in fixed ratios and can be broken down into simpler substances or elements by chemical reaction. Let's consider some example. Let's take iron or gold. It is the element and it is the example of substances that has its own composition and property. We consider as a structure, gold atoms arranged is a highly systematic face or centered cube. Related to the transformation, it can be changed to chemically or it can be changed to physical states. If we reacted with gold, some other elements, it changed to other compound and its characteristics also or generally changed after the reaction. A scope of chemistry. Chemistry is a very wide subject, but in general principle can be classified into 5 main disciplines. The first one is physical chemistry. What is physical chemistry? Physical chemistry is the study of the properties, transformation, and interrelationships of energy and matter, or macroscopic properties, atomic properties, and phenomena in chemical system studied by physical chemistry. Let's take some specific example like thermodynamics, quantum chemistry, chemical kinetics, electrochemistry, spectroscopy, and so on. These parts of subjects of chemistry are parts of the physical chemistry. The second one is organic chemistry. It is the study of carbon compounds that are not classified as inorganic compounds, like proteins, fats, vitamins are generally organic compounds and studied by organic chemistry. But carbides, cyanides, carbon dioxides, carbon monoxides, carbonates are carbon compounds but not organic compounds. The third one is inorganic chemistry. Is the study of all the elements and their compounds with the exception of carbon and its compounds that classified under organic compound. Example, oxides, sulfides, carbonates are inorganic compounds and studied by inorganic chemistry. The fourth one is analytical chemistry. Deals with the qualitative identification and quantitative determination of the composition of matter. It focuses on separating, identifying, and quantifying chemicals in samples of matter. Use complex instruments to analyze material in order to determine its various components. The fifth one is biochemistry. Is the study of chemical process that occur in living things. Research may cover anything from basic cellular process up to understanding diseases status so that better treatment can be developed. Thank you.